one lap, does loads of damage to them, walks around again, and then if somebody's chasing them, you can just throw them away. And if you're chasing, you have your poison on. So it's very hard to gank. It's very hard to chase down, and I think that's why he's very, very good at top.
Indeed, and at the moment it looks like they could be picking up first blood onto Warwick, but Warwick being forced to flash away there as Mundo and Singed both breathing down his neck, so Anguish is not going to be taken down early on this game, but that's going to allow Singed to pick up the level advantage so far, and he's last hitting pretty decently as well. He has 15 AP, so you'd assume he is going to be building some ability power, probably going to get stuff like Riley's Crystal Scepter and the Rod of the Ages, fairly standard items for Singed, because of course you want him to be very tanky with his ultimate on, plus doing a lot of nice damage while people chase. Definitely a trolley kind of champion though, and you're going to see Maokai picking up that blue as Mundo was lurking round. Tarek is going to stun him down. This could be Maokai facing certain death here, but he has managed to land the Arcane Smash there, but he's going to go down regardless from Mundo as Graves and Tarek both come in with the assist. So that's going to be the first blood going to the side of eXtensive, and we did see them pull this off last time. They actually went 2-0 up and managed to convert that to game number 2. So if it's going to be a carbon copy, expect them to come out strong here. Kennan's actually going to jump onto Morgana, pops down the Ignite, will finish her off. That was just kind of huge burst damage there, using the Shuriken, also using his Electrical Surge and the Ignite out of nowhere. Will pick up that kill in mid, so back to 1-for-1, all even. And I just thought for a second that Singe was perhaps going to try his luck onto Warwick. Warwick is on fairly low health, but he does have the safety of his tower right next to him. So again, 8 block looking like it could be quite an even one.
Yeah, Absolute Legends destroyed the first game, eXtensive destroyed the second game. They've had maybe an hour break. Absolute Legends, they went to another tournament, another game, so they were sort of warmed up. eXtensive, they probably played a few ranked games or whatever, trying to maybe watching demos or streams. But it's hard to come back, you know, after a break in a match, to come back and try and keep the momentum up.
Yeah, very true. I mean, obviously Absolute Legends have continued to play, but also there is always the the fatigue element that creeps in, maybe mental fatigue that they've been consistently on, so to speak, trying to win games for the last few hours. And from a casting viewpoint, after you've casted a very long time, it gets quite mentally tiring. And of course, playing is exactly the same kind of circumstance. So you're consistently thinking, you're consistently concentrating, trying to make sure you make no mistakes. But Absolute Legends, of course, huge team. You wouldn't expect them to slip up on something like this, just down to the tiredness factor, and it's currently looking pretty good. They are 200 gold ahead, make that 300 gold now. Again, Dragon's going to be very influential, just the one ward is down from Absolute Legends. Mid lane looking good for Kennen. Of course, he did get that early kill onto Morgana, so he has the level advantage. Morgana has just leveled up to 5 as well. We were expecting Kennen to hit 6 first, and of course Kennen's ultimate, Slicing Maelstrom, is just all-round epicness, especially with AP, so he's definitely going to have the advantage in mid. If he gets himself a gank as well from Maokai, if Maokai comes in with the snare and Kennen pops off his ultimate, could definitely be a kill onto Morgana once again. But it seems that Maokai is going to focus up onto that top lane for Singed. Singed has gone back already, picked up the Ruby Crystal and the Sapphire Crystal. Ash is coming under heavy attack at that bot lane, but she has been healed back up from Soraka once again. We'll be expecting to see the Catalyst of the Protector built up from that Singe into a Rod of Ages fairly quickly.
Yeah, I usually see the Rod of Ages boost to swiftness, and then after that I've never seen any other Singe build, because usually by then he's so tanky and he's doing so much damage he can't even win the game. I don't know if that's just me or the games we play or whatever, but once he gets those core items, it's very difficult to do anything against them.
Yeah, apologies if you're in the stream, guys. Apparently Twitch was having some issues. We should be back again. You basically just missed 2 kills. First blood did go to eXtensive, and then Kennen shut down that Morgana in mid for the second kill. And apart from that, you haven't missed a great deal. Just a lot of farming here. Singed once again is going to be pressured from that Warwick. Maokai is camping in the bush. I said this before, I was expecting perhaps Maokai to go in mid and try and set up again onto Morgana, as Kennen did hit level 6 first, but Maokai opting for that top lane. Unfortunately for him, though, Warwick is already pushing the lane, so now Maokai is going to go into that second bush, opting instead to pull back, realising it's probably a waste of his time, losing a lot of farm, losing a lot of XP, and he's going to be pushing into the opposition jungle instead, as Mundo is going to come under heavy attack. He has been ignited from Warwick. Warwick is now going to ultimate onto Mundo. Mundo could be dying here. He doesn't have that sadism to run away with, and he will be taken out from absolute legends in the form of Anguish and Warwick. So Warwick picking up a kill, already has the boots of speed, and picking up that recurve bow very, very quickly. More than likely going to take that into a wit's end, and he's going to be quite a tanky threat here, as Singe is going to run through that tri-bush, puts down the adhesive glue, doesn't want to be chased after from Maokai and Warwick. And I'll mention it again, guys, if you missed the first bit of the action or the first two games, you can follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/chaos contingency for any of the action that you have missed. But for now, very, very close in this third decisive game.
Yeah, well, Warwick seems to be doing quite well top. He is, I think, a good counter pick to Sins, even though it wasn't really a counter pick because Sins was picked last. But you know, it's weird the way Sins would have picked that. But yeah, he can sustain himself in lane, no problem. He's got super attack speed. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this game so far. There's nothing out of the ordinary, and there's nothing really sticking out at me.
Yeah, it is just basically your usual farm fest here, where both teams are trying to get as much creep score as they can, as much gold as they can in their back pocket to build up items with. Morgana is going to go down from that Kennen ultimate in mid. It was only a matter of time. You could feel it in the air that Kennen was going to eventually push forward with that slicing maelstrom. And he will pick up the comfortable kill in the end. Has about a quarter health left, and he is going to recall. Currently has two amplifying tomes, more than likely going to build that into a Hex Tech Revolver, then into the Will of the Ancients. Instead he's opting to actually stay in the lane. Maybe he needs a bit more gold before he can finish off the items that he's looking for, or maybe he's just trying to capitalise while Morgana wasn't here. Who knows, but he is staying in that mid. Graves is getting very heavily hurt as an Ash arrow comes in, and Graves will actually flash through the arrow there. That's one way of avoiding certain death, and nice play from him, quick reactions that Ash can feel a bit hard done by. Either way is going to force that Graves back, and now that mid tower, sorry, not the mid tower, the bottom tower even, the tier 1 tower is going to be fairly vulnerable. Having said that though, minion wave is starting to disintegrate, so not going to be any more pressure put on there. Ash has used this opportunity to recall. Graves picks up the Berserker's Greaves and 2 Doran's Blades. In the meantime, Ash is going to get the 2 Doran's Blades and the Vampiric Scepter, so she is slightly ahead. She's actually 30 creep score ahead at bot. Meanwhile, at top lane, Singe is going to come under heavy attack from both Maokai and Warwick. 2 ultimates have been used. Singe throwing Maokai onto the tower, but Warwick will finish off Singe there with the Hungering Strike. He has finished off that wit's end, and this Warwick is going to be a real pain in the backside, a real thorn in the side now for eXtensive, because he is getting very, very fat. He's getting fed up here, and he's getting very beefy.
Yeah, he's built wit's end, you know. Takes away Singe's sort of ability to use his poison once he just keeps hitting him. It won't really affect many other people. It'll affect Morgana, but again she'll have a lot of mana rather than thing. But Mundo, against Mundo it's useless. But yeah, as you said, he is getting fed, he's got nice creeps kills. As does Ash, to be honest. She seems to be pulling away at bottom as well.
Yeah, and of course 2-0 up. That's going to give Warwick level 9. Singe currently level 8, but he has just rejoined the fight here. We're going to see more action at bot lane. Soraka is going to get down from Graves. They're looking for the double kill now onto Ash. Graves very low health, though he can't afford to be too aggressive because he could get taken down from Ash here. But that's not going to be the case. Perhaps more confrontation in mid as Morgana is running away from Kennen. Kennen very nearly landing that shuriken, but Dark Binding only just missed Kennen as well. Now I'm going to see Maokai coming down. This is going to be a dead Grave. Surely is Ashley going to finish him off, or will she actually get this one? Maokai gets the last hit, and that is going to be a successful gank at bot lane. More action in mid as well. Kennen going on to Morgana, and Warwick trying to run away from this. Mundo will flash through the wall into Soul Shackles, in fact, but you're going to see Kennen popping his ultimate and ignite as well. Morgana, will Morgana manage to survive this one? I think she's only just just going to live to fight for another day. Singe is going to use that suplex onto Kennen, throwing him behind his shoulder. Warwick will ultimate there onto Singe. Singe escaping with no health as well. Mundo will get the kill onto Kennen, and Maokai could actually go down for Mundo as well. If he doesn't watch out, he is going to get taken out. And Mundo could even pick up another kill onto Maokai. Oh dearie me, I think he's actually going to pick this one up, and Mundo will get the kill actually. It wasn't Mundo, it was Morgana, but Mundo definitely did his work in that exchange, and Maokai will finish off Mundo afterwards. So that was really backwards and forwards there. Although you have to say eXtensive were incredibly lucky. Two of their players escaped on absolutely no health whatsoever, and now Morgana is going to go back with just 3 bars of health. But that could be the little team fight there in mid that turns the tide of this battle.
Yeah, it was a shame to die there. He did absolutely fantastic work. You know, I thought he was really going to hit that knife, the cleaver, but he he did miss it. But he flashed in, got the kill, back out. Otherwise, he could have saved himself if he hadn't used that. You know, it's a shame. But yeah, that's a nice platform to work back on.
I'm going to have some march on bot lane here, as I thought for a second Ash was going to get pushed, but yeah, I mean, that Mundo, so strong. He's built up the Spirit Passage, has the Heart of Gold as well, so he's going to be fairly tanky early on, also has a Mercury Treads to boot, so going to be very strong against that Kennen. And Warwick's not going to be bothering him too much just for now. The dragon is up. Should be a free dragon going to eXtensive. We have seen that their dragon control has by and large definitely been just as good, if not better, than Absolute Legends. They're going to pick that one up without any confrontation whatsoever. Maokai was thinking of trying to steal, but instead realising, I'm probably going to end up dying if I push in there. So he pulled back, and of course you can have eXtensive taking that dragon buff with gold, and that's going to be 18.7k going in favour of Absolute Legends, 18.2 in eXtensive, so very close considering they're a kill behind. And we could see Graves going down here as the Ash Arrow will land on his backside. He is going to go down from Maokai once again. Maokai picking up a lot of these kills instead of Ash. That could come back to haunt them, but either way Ash is going to continue to farm with those arrows onto Mundo, and it's not actually going to take him out of the equation, as he will manage to escape. As I said before, he is very tanky right now, so it's going to take quite a lot of damage to bring Mundo to his knees, but either way, that was a 1 kill down at bot on Graves from Maokai in the end.
Yeah, the Mundo ulti always plays a big role in the game. Like, you go, oh, he's about to die while he's running away from you, and then the next minute he's got full health, turns around and starts chasing you with a cleaver, and you're like, what just happened? And he has that ability to do that. It's just like Singe, you know, you keep running away from him, the next minute he looks around, you're on half health because you were chasing him, and he just chases back after you again. So it's nice to have both those kind of champions there, but Absolute Legends just seem to have that upper hand at the minute.
No, I mean, they say Mundo goes where he pleases. It doesn't matter if he has full health or 1 bar of health, he's still going to be in your face, dropping those cleavers, and just shows under that tower. I was amazed he actually survived for that long, picked up as many kills as he did as well. But either way, scoreline's going to be 8-5, as I believe Tarek got took down there in amongst us talking at the top lane, and leave Graves all by himself. Going to try and defend this tower against Ash and Soraka. Ash is going to continue to spam away with those volleys, picking up nice creep farm along the way. 143, guys. Have a listen to this. 143 creep farm to Ash, to Graves' 80. That is huge. That is a massive difference at 15 minutes through the game, and this is going to allow Ash to probably go back and basically buy up that BF sword and be so dangerous. And whereas Graves is really kind of stuck on the whole 2 Doran's blades and Vampiric Scepter. He's got 1,390 gold in the bank, and Ash has got 1,630, so she can go back and build up that BF sword very soon. Graves is trying to push her back though with Buckshot, and Ash is replying with volley. Let's switch over the action now. As I just did that, actually, I think Ash popped her ultimate, did she? No, she didn't. I must have been seeing things. I did hear the sound, though. And Singe is going to be getting heavily hurt at this top lane. It's going to go down from Warwick once again, who moves on 3 for 1. So Warwick is consistently just harassing that Singe, but to be fair, he's got great cover as well from his jungler. Maokai seems to enjoy this top lane. He's trying to make sure Singe never gets anywhere. Here we go. Ash is going to pop that ultimate onto Graves. Graves is going to manage to escape though, as he wasn't stunned for a great deal of time. Of course, the longer away you are from that arrow, the longer it stuns you for, and seeing as that was point blank range, didn't really have to worry too much about that. But here comes Kennen. The tower is on very low health. Slicing Maelstrom is off cooldown. There we go. It's going to be going in right now. Graves is on such low health. He's going to go drop as well. Surely going to be double kill here from Kennen. Yes, it will. And the tower goes down on top of it all. And at 11-5 the scoreline, starting to look heavily in favour of Absolute Legends. Kennen is starting to get really, really strong. He's on 4-for-1 right now, has Will of the Ancients and the Negatron Cloak. More than likely going to be building towards the Abyssal Scepter. There you go, has just finished off the Abyssal Scepter, and going to get some health pots as well. Whereas Ash goes back and gets the BF Sword, as expected.
Yeah, I think this game's pretty much done and dusted. Works fed, the junglers beefed up, yeah. Ash, although she doesn't have any kills, she seems to have quite good items compared to Graves. You know, obviously he's died 3 times or whatever, but it's not good whenever your AD carry doesn't have much kills, to be honest.
Yeah, she's on 005. I mean, Maokai came down and I think took 2 or 3 kills from her, which realistically could have gone the way of Ash, but Ash's farm is just so much better than Graves that's the reason why she's so far ahead. I mean, Graves is going to go and recall now. In fact, he's not. He's at bot lane. Well, he's recalling now anyway. He's probably going to pick up a BF Sword, but he's going to be behind Ash regardless. Maokai's actually jumped in there and forced the flash from Morgana, obviously feeling that he wanted to get out of dodge there. And this tower is probably going to go down here, but Singed has popped that ultimate, so he does now have the Insanity Potion on, but it seems like it was a bit of a waste. I mean, not much is really happening. Maybe he was assuming that tower dive was about to occur. That wasn't the case, and using that adhesive glue to slow Kennen down. Not sure if he's planning on throwing Kennen behind him, but he's still taking a lot of damage regardless of whether he has that Insanity Potion on or not. He has picked up the Hextech Revolver, has the Null Magic Mantle, the Catalyst, the Protector, and the Boots of Speed, so he is rather tanky, but even still taking a lot of damage from that fed Kennen.
Yeah, well, Kennen AP super. Like it, Singed his ulti reduces damage, I think, isn't it? Yeah.
Singed, it just basically gives him a buff in all areas. I'll read exactly what it gives him. It gives him increased ability power, armor, magic resist, movement speed, health regeneration, and mana regeneration. So, and it reduces the duration of disables by 15%. So it's pretty much everything. It's just all-round awesomeness for him.
Yeah, so that, as you can see, yeah. And anything Kennen's in, Singed just goes, see you later, throws him over his shoulder, runs off. But yeah, when Kennen's got this much damage, this much ability power, yeah, he cut through anything pretty much.
Yeah, but he wasn't there to help them out this time. Morgana has popped off the Soul Shackle, could potentially get a couple of stuns here, as Maokai will be shut down there. So a bit of extra gold, 363 gold coming in, and for ending that killing spree. And that will be 2 for 0 actually, so eXtensive looking good in that team fight, but Blood Sun is being triggered from Warwick, so he has good vision as to what's about to happen. We are going to see Singed getting taken down though, as I think Warwick did pop his Infinite Duress. Indeed he did, so Singed will go down, now looking to engage this fight. This could be a cataclysmic error from eXtensive as Mundo's going to go down. Their biggest tank is out of the equation. Now Taric is being focused along with Graves. Graves is also going to get dropped. Taric is surely going to die there as Ash is just firing away with those frost shots, and now Morgana's going to get killed as well from Ash. So she comes out from a 005 to a 207, and that was a bit of a failure from eXtensive. I don't know why they went for the dragon. They'd done their part. They'd managed to get the upper hand on kills. Why not pull back? Why not buy up again and try the dragon when you're back on full health? They basically just gave away 4 or 5 needless deaths. And the dragon as well.
Yeah, but I think there was 4 of them, there was there not? Pushing dragon, or was it 3? Yeah.
They had 4 dragon, 4 and dragon, but the problem was that they all had very low health, and of course Warwick does have Blood Sun, where he can basically see people on low health, so they knew exactly what was happening, and Warwick was on full health at that time as well, and Warwick is so kind of farmed right now that he can afford to just walk in there against 4 players, and you saw the exact result of that as they got completely decimated on dragon. A bit of a questionable decision from my viewpoint, but either way, fair enough, they're 16-7 behind.
Yeah, but then they could think to themselves, oh, we're behind, well, let's risk it, let's get a dragon. It might bring us a wee bit closer. There's 4 of us, we could take this dragon down a lot quicker, but obviously underestimated what their own damage could be and underestimated what Absolute Legends damage is as well.
Another big team fighting off here. Ken did pop that ultimate, now going to have Maokai jumping onto Mundo there. Singed is surely going to get dropped. He did use the adhesive glue, maybe he's not actually going to get killed here, but indeed he actually will at the end as Maokai and Warwick both tower dive, and now Mundo has to run away from this Warwick. Blood Scent is going to start popping up now. There we go. Now Warwick is going to just chase after him. Alkaline has popped his ultimate as well. Surely Mundo is going to go down here. Did land that cleaver. It is going to buy him a little bit of time. Gets the second as well. Could he manage to escape here? The answer is a resounding no, as Warwick will use a Hungering Strike, get some health back, and finish off Mundo. 20-7 is the scoreline, and the surrender vote has came in at 5-0. So you are going to have Absolute Legends taking this one 2-1 after all that hard work, blood, sweat and tears from both teams, and a big congrats to them. At the end of the day, APOC, I think they deserved it. They won the first game, lost the second, and picked up the third in style.
Yeah, well, they started off first game, it seemed that they were messing around, losing some rounds. eXtensive came back, showed that, we're not the opponents that you think we are, and then Absolute Legends come into the third game and go, well, there you go. Obviously, that's how good we are. And yeah, they had that game from the start.
Well, I was a bit confused as to some of the builds. I mean, for example, you had Singed who went straight for Will of the Ancients. Now, I mean, for me, when I play Singed, I want to rush that Rod of Ages. I want Morele's Crystal Scepter. I don't want to be getting the likes of Will of the Ancients, because, to be honest, it doesn't really help them that much. I mean, obviously it is a good item for a lot of AP carries, but as Singed, you want to be tankier, you want to be more sustainable, you want to be around as long as you possibly can to put that poison down, to put the glue down, and really just cause the enemy a bit of a headache. And he didn't feature too much in that game, and I have to question his build there. He finished off the Catalyst and Protector. I don't know why he wouldn't have just converted that to a Rod of Ages. I don't think it mattered a whole lot either way, because obviously you had Warwick, who ended up on 7 for 1, was very, very fed. Kennen finished on 5 for 2, one stage he was 4 for 1, built that Abyssal Scepter, which of course will reduce the magic resist of nearby enemies, which with his ultimate is incredibly good. And yeah, I mean, a very comfortable win in the end. Absolute Legends showing why they're one of the top teams in Europe.
Yeah, I'm surprised why they didn't build that Rod of Ages either. But as you said, they probably wouldn't have made much of a difference. Warwick was just super strong, Maokai was super strong, and Kennen was always his, so yeah. It was a weird build, but not much you can do whenever you don't have that much gold.
Alright guys, Bass, I just need to confirm before I say anything, do we have more games coming up tonight, or is that all for now? Right. Well, Bash said he thinks that we're done, but obviously we'll keep the stream live for a little bit longer so we can update you if we get told otherwise. But basically, if that is all for tonight, I hope you've enjoyed watching the cast. If you want to catch up on any of the video on demands, it's youtube.com/Chaos Contingency. You can also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Chaos TV, or follow the website for your chance to win an epic Eurasia Median Shop laptop worth about €1,000. It's chaostv.nl, or you can follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/MetasTV. We'll cut to commercial break, and as I said before, if we find out anything different, if we do have more games upcoming for tonight, we'll give you an update. If not, we'll tell you regardless. So stay tuned and see you soon.